Joshua 16 describes the territory of Ephraim, one of the two sons of Joseph. The tribe of Joseph had a double inheritance, split between his sons, Ephraim and Manasseh. This chapter focuses on Ephraim's portion, okay? The first part of the chapter covers the inheritance of Joseph, which encompasses verses 1 to 4. It begins by stating that inheritance for the descendants of Joseph included the territory between the Jordan River and the Mediterranean Sea, and starting near Jericho going westward to Bethel and beyond. This area was shared between Ephraim, younger son, and Manasseh, older son. Joseph's two sons essentially become two tribes in Israel, fulfilling Jacob's blessing in Genesis 48. Second part of this chapter covers Ephraim's territory, which encompasses verses 5 and 9. The chapter then gives the specific borders of the tribe of Ephraim, including cities and villages within the area, some towns within Manasseh's territory that were still assigned to Ephraim. This shared territory shows how the Joseph tribes were closely connected yet distinct. Third part of this chapter covers the failure to drive out Canaanites, which encompasses verses 10. They did not dislodge the Canaanites living in Gezer. To this day, the Canaanites live among the people of Ephraim, but are required to do forced labor, okay? This is a pattern that began with Judah in chapter 15. The tribe received the land, but didn't fully drive out the enemy. Instead of removing them, they tolerated them, which would lead to problems later, okay? So key lessons from Joshua 16. The first lesson is God keeps his promise across generations. Joseph was faithful in Egypt, and now his sons receive land. Second lesson, partial obedience is still disobedience. Leaving the Canaanites in Gezer was a compromise, and it violated God's command, okay? Third lesson from this chapter, Joshua 16, tribal relationships are interwoven. Ephraim and Manasseh shared spaces and responsibilities. God designed unity through distinction. Fourth and final lesson, settling and requires work. Inheriting the land was not the end. Taking possession required continued effort. So to conclude with this, Joshua 16 highlights the inheritance of Ephraim, one half of Joseph's legacy. While they received good land, the chapter ends with a warning. Compromise with enemy nations would bring consequences. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I see you in the next one.